Hey, this is Jeff with Eternity Shore. It is a beautiful, beautiful Monday in mid-May, and it's my day off, so I came to spend some time on the boat. Still waiting for it to be, engines to be repaired. But today I'm going to try to do really one thing in two parts. It's kind of windy, so I turned around. You might recall that when we had a lot of rain, and by the way, it rained 3 days in a row, non-stop here. It's crazy, crazy rain. You might recall that when we had a lot of rain, on the interior of the boat, the canvas was leaking from the top. It was dripping. And so today what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to clean the canvas here, especially up front. This is all one piece. And so I'm going to try to just clean this top piece and then apply some waterproofing to it. I don't know when the last time it was done. Right here it's hard to get off. It's very crusty. So that's all off. This is off. I just need to get this piece right here off. It'll all come down. Hopefully not on top of me. The last two snaps, the last two zippers. It's hard to get them off. She looks like at the moment. Ooh. I think I'll take that isinglass off both of the sides. Plus I have to investigate this right here. So I'll take this off. Okay, so I washed both sides. Boat soap, scrubbed them inside and out. And now I'm letting it, let the sun help it dry out. And when it's dry, we're gonna do some waterproofing, protect it. So this is what I'm planning on using. I used in my other boat cover for our deck boat, 303 fabric guard. And so then when they're dry, I will be spraying this on there and letting it do its job, hopefully. Meanwhile, I have this other isinglass that I had taken off the sides, and I'm going to go ahead and wash these while they're out, and so they'll all be ready to put back on. Okay, so I'm finished spraying the 303. This is on a dock box right now, and I'm just waiting for it to dry before I put it back up. Probably needs another hour, so it's pretty windy though, so I'm gonna watch it pretty close. I don't want it to fly away. That would be bad. So I might put something on top here when that gets a little drier. But beautiful day. Probably 70, 75 degrees. Beautifully sunny. It's okay to laugh, right? Because if you don't laugh, you're gonna cry. I gotta make fun of myself. So I've never done this before. I've never taken this canvas off, and I've never put it all back on. In terms of the top, is what I just waterproofed, right? So I made 3 mistakes. when I started putting it on, and you'll see that, I put it on reverse. So I put the front on the back and the back on the front. Can't do that. So I'm like, okay, I get it now. So I flip the thing around and I start putting it on, beginning with the bow here in the front. And then you get to the back and there's Velcro in the back that has to sit on top, and it doesn't stretch that far. You got to start with the Velcro on the back. So I put it on in reverse, right? That's the first mistake. Then I put it on in the correct direction, but I started in the front instead of the back. Then the third mistake I make is I start in the back, but I zipper one end, I zipper the back port side around. Now I can't get the zipper for the starboard side in because the port one's in. You have to put them kind of at the same time. You got to start them at exactly the same time. So what I just did right there took me it took me at least 45 minutes. Maybe it took me an hour, I don't know. But I can't put the rest on right now. I gotta go eat. But there, it's on. That's the proper direction. So I'll get the isinglass after lunch, which I think I'm gonna just eat down the right down there at a place called Carson's Creekside. It's only, I could probably walk, but I'm exhausted, I'm not gonna walk. Now that we've had a rain, I want to show you the difference between the before and after of doing the canvas. But the first thing is to see how much of the mold I got off. So let me show you. This is the inside of the front section that I did. There's a spot here that's a little bit moist. You can probably see that there. There's maybe one other spot after this rain that's moist, and you can really see it from the outside. But here in the back, that's the front section. Now I did not do this back section, and you can see all the see the difference in color. You see all the mold in there. So we'll do that another time. But front looks really good. Now I'm going to show you outside the difference in terms of the water repelling, in terms of the waterproofing, repelling the rain. I think you can really see how the water is now beading. Whereas before it was not at all. So that's the front section. I'll jump down and I'll show you the back difference. See, the front and the back is very different. Here you can see the difference even better. That's the spot in the stern I did not do, and that's up front. Now you want to scrub it, don't you? Come scrub it for me.